Hi, my name is Dan Kaiser, and I've been a part of this worship studies program at Liberty University Online for the past 2 years. It's been an honor and a privilege to be able to take this class and be able to learn so much to help hone my skills on what it means to actually be a worship leader and what that looks like, and just being able to learn how to put songs in the planning center and learning how to do different things as far as recruiting new people, the software that we use, the audio equipment, the song arrangements, how to sit there and arrange songs the way they need to be, and stuff like that. I've been doing worship ministries for 12 years, or not 12 years now, more like 13 or 14 years now, as my birthday is coming up in December, so I have to make sure I tack on another year there. I've just been serving faithfully at my church for the last 12 years doing worship, and so I never jumped up into the worship leading role until just a couple years ago, and so it's a totally different field from playing behind the drums to jumping in and leading songs and how to lead vocally and how to lead with a spiritual guidance, and knowing that the Holy Spirit and allowing the Holy Spirit to move through you and not being stuck on a one sound or feel like you're stuck on a time constraint. But also playing to a level of degree and expectations to where you are holding yourself to a higher standard and not leaving yourself any room for having people come in with low expectations. And so I think that for me is one of the biggest things I've learned, is just having an expectation that every single person who wants to join the team has to be rooted in faith. If they're not rooted in faith, they can't join the team. Just because they are well-rounded and well-renowned musician from wherever it is they came from, if they're not right with God, then they can't be right for the team, because all it's going to do is set the team back. As well as, just because someone has a desire to play and are on fire for God does not mean they necessarily have the capabilities of being able to play. And I'm not the type of person to sit there and turn someone down who wants to play something. I have a hard time saying no to people who want to become invested and want to become involved, but at the same time, I would be doing them a disjustice if I was not honest with them and saying, hey, this is this is where I stand, this is where I sit, this is where, we've got to draw the line as far as, hey, I would love for you to be a part of the team, but instead of dismissing them and never trying to coach them or bring them up, you could also invest in them in many different ways, as far as getting them the help they need to either further their thing or help them figure out what that calling looks like if they just can't seem to get it, or just simply taking the time with them to sit there and teach them the necessary things, or teach them the necessary responsibilities and actions or practice or what it takes to get to the level that they want to be at, so that they come in and are able to join the team, and just watch them work through that progress. I also like the song structure idea, as far as not picking songs just because we like them, and not picking songs because they sound good or because there's a sweet rhythm or a sweet melody, but looking at it lyrically and understanding the fact that, man, if this song meets the standards of what we are doing here at church, then sure, we can sing it, but if it doesn't, then we can't do it. A lot of times people hear a song that has the word Jesus in it, it means to be a Christian song, but if you pay close attention to some of those lyrics, it's either defaming God or it is something that is totally not Christian-like. It's more secular. It's not something that we can easily just bring up into an audience or bring up into a service and start playing the song, but it's something that we have to let go and not try to consider playing that song, and just let it be something that we hear on the radio. But I think those two things for me has been the biggest eye-opener, because so many times I like to play the songs I like to play, and songs that are fun to play, and songs that are not boring or redundant, or I seem boring or redundant, but just being able to do that, but then also having the discipline necessary to dismiss people who may not be able, who are not ready or who are not Christ-like, but then accepting those who are willing and ready, and just being able to give them due diligence. And so with those techniques, I feel like I can begin to improve my recruitment process as far as getting more people to join the worship team. And thank you for all that you've done, and I hope to see you around sometime. All right.